Here we are. FOC with the CCB. I do have my mic. I'm at home. Um, we're going to do a quicker one this week. We've got our son heading off to summer camp for 2 weeks. So Chelsea and the River are packing in the room next to me. We'll see if any arguments transpire. But I would like to go join them as quick as possible. So we're gonna do it a little bit different, where I'm just gonna pick out some of the covers that I think are awesome, or a key book here or there, rather than going through every single issue like we have done in the past. So it'll be a quicker thing, and we'll see if people like the speediness of it. Got two people watching. We usually get two to four people watching this because it always just pops up. People have things going on. Um, I will mention that our T-shirt, we're ending the pre-sale orders on July 1st. So if you've made a T-shirt purchase, thank you for that. That's amazing. If you haven't, when you buy one, you'll be sent a 10% discount code for free or for a future purchase. So saves you 10%. AP, good evening to you. Thanks for popping in. Sorry, excuse me. I'm almost fully better. I was sick last week with some kind of flu, cold, COVID, who knows. But now it's kind of just a bit of a runny nose. The nasalness is kind of going away, so I'm feeling a little bit better. So that's great. Been biking to work. Um, you know, it's we're making changes. Anyway, we're here for the FOC. We even lost 3 people showed up, and then we went down to one. That's okay. Most people watch us on the repeats. Um, so we go to the CanadianComicBin.com. That's where we go, and we click on the pre-sales. We're always kicking it off with DC comic books. And let me just make this bigger because it's more important. So Batman 161 was pushed back a month. It's now on this week's FOC. Jim Lee Hush doing what he does. The Delato cover, the connecting cover. We have a bunch of people that pre-ordered the whole kit and caboodle for these. But if you missed it, you can just pick up the issues. Anyway, we've seen those for the last 4 weeks. Gotham City Sirens. I did add a bunch of new covers this week, or sorry, today, because we didn't have the cover images yet. Gotham City Sirens 4. The Nubovich covers are really good. I like these ones. So we got an Egyptian vibe, Mummy Harley, and our pharaohs. I suppose both pharaohs, but it's a good cover. Guillaume March, not a bad cover. It's okay. Absolute Wonder Woman number 10. This was up last week. I do like, I think it was, maybe it wasn't. Anyway, this A cover is really cool. I like that a lot. I haven't read number 9 yet. I read number 8 the other day. Anka, I just love this huge sword. It's so Final Fantasy for me. So yeah, we're just gonna click on every cover just because the sword makes it. Martian Manhunter always has some interesting covers, very colorful, very quirky. Superman 28. Some of these I just feel like we looked at already, but I just added this. They did a spot foil variant of the A cover, Dan Mora's cover. So that was just added today. Justice League Unlimited number 9. Dan Mora, a little standoff. And I did think this is an interesting one. Like it's Martian Manhunter and Joker together. So what's happening? Does Martian Manhunter take over Joker and kind of infiltrate his brain? Yeah, we just added the Nubovich cover this morning when I was at work. Um, yeah, the last few issues for Gotham City Sirens, they have been late with his cover. This week they were late with the A cover as well, so we know what we're talking about. Tula Lotte, doing a Lois cover. It's a good one. She's got this really nice style. Like it's soft and fuzzy. Like it's almost like it's just almost out of focus. That's great. All right, yeah. So we did the Joker, Martian Manhunter. Actually, I didn't read what's going on here. Apocalypse is on the horizon. No one is safe. The aftermath of devastating events that we are yesterday. Justice League is reeling. Nothing about the Joker, so I'm curious. I really am curious on what's happening in that issue for that cover. Derek Chu, because there's a bunch of Gotham City Sirens covers, and Derek Chu always does pretty good work with the Harley stuff. He was the B cover for quite a while on the main series. And Frank Quietly does a little Superman here. I love Frank Quietly, but this one I just think is, it's fine. Fine. I some artists you could just kind of like have them up to the standard and you're like, I want to see this. That's just fine. It could have been like a sketch you did for someone at, at a convention. I still I can't believe I passed up on a full figure sketch from Quietly. He came to Toronto one year, Fan Expo, and they were walking through the line. We were all lined up waiting to see him, and one of his handlers came out. He's like, "All right, he's doing 5 sketches for the weekend, $500 full sketch, and that's all we're doing." And at that time, I was like, "Oh, that's a lot of money," and I passed. But that happens. Green Lantern is a big new story arc happening. Last week there was the glow in the dark foil cover. Sometimes when they do stuff like that with the cover, they have to put it a week early. So that one already came out, but we got a cool wraparound that has like all the lanterns. Um, the Starbreaker supremacy begins. Green Lantern Corps makes a mad dash to Gem World, like Amethyst Gem World. I'm assuming that's what it is, hoping to find a particular gem that will light the new central power batteries, but it has to be Starbreaker and his minions to do it. All the while, Ellie uncovers secret buried inside Kelly's mind. Old friend returns to Oa. Who is that old friend? Anyway, new jumping on point. Let's look at a couple of these covers. LaRocca, okay, and Parator, little painted kind of gem maybe here. Again, okay. I would definitely go with the A cover. Uh, Flash, Bad Moon Rising, a special. Um, I guess it's the storyline going on in Flash right now. But Eclipso, I was always a big fan of Eclipso as a villain. He was really interesting. And there's Eclipso had his own series. It's rare for a villain to have their own series. So in the '90s, there was an issue where Darkseid came to Calypso's castle on the moon and they played chess. And I just thought it was such a cool issue. Bart Sears, I think, was the artist. Um, Green Arrow. We got a Leslie Lyrics Lee cover. Mr. Terrific. The new history of DC Universe. We actually sold out of issue one. Like people were asking for it, and we sold out. I'm pretty sure Chelsea put an order in for a couple more issues, but pre-sales were super low on this. Dan Mora, get a nice Batman cover. Got Joker in the corner. And Frank Cho, Black Canary. At our store, Frank Cho doesn't get as much love as I feel he should be getting. And Koblish, that same kind of as many characters as possible. This one we just added the Ryan Sook. It's an homage to Crisis on Infinite Earth, but his own little take, I suppose. And yeah, there you go. Remember this old timey Justice League with them turning into trees. There's a blank one. Vampires, DC versus Vampires, World War V. This was up the last week or two, and a one shot takes place in California. So little Californication. You got some sunglasses and some swimming. Power Girl. Peacemaker got pushed back, so we won't see that for a little bit. It's kind of funny. The Italy special. Anyway, that's the DC books. As far as I know, there's no big key book or first appearance or anything like that. We're going to jump into Image Comics. Falling in Love with Path to Hell was there last week. Department of Truth 32. I'm looking forward to number 0 because they're going to do an Elvis story. Gunslinger Spawn, good cover. Look at the other one. Yeah, that one's good too. Both good covers. I don't know which one I would pick. The Voice Said Kill, 1 of 4, Vanessa Del Rey, and written by Cy Spurrier. I'm a fan of his because he did a really cool Books of Magic with Constantine and Zatanna, kind of like an alternate universe um, type thing. Um, Dark Honor, Shirley Johnson. Number 1 did pretty well, actually. I'm not gonna lie. And we got a Pinocchio, and that's a pretty creepy kid, you know? Like you saw that kid in the horror movie. Speaking of horror movies, Chelsea and I went and saw 28 Years Later. We do like it, and apparently it's supposed to be a trilogy. So they better make those other parts because you left on a cliffhanger. Dust to Dust. There was a big break between number 5 and 6. J.G. Jones writing this, doing all the art. It is like really good art, and I've only read the first issue, but I did enjoy it. Exquisite Corpses. We've got our trading card, our A and B, and we just added this one as well. This is the stealth variant, but doing really well. We added some second prints to number 1 to the store. Feral is continuing, and we get a Conjuring homage. Geiger, we've had one of our customers keep asking about this one. I guess they delayed it for a couple of months, or it was on just, what happens. They need to push back and take time. Different artist, Iman Winkle. So I guess Gary Frank's taking a little pause, maybe to play catch up on the next arc or the next issue. Halo and Hornsby, Kaya, Lost Fantasy, another PlayStation uh, homage cover. I can't place what the cover is. Like it looks familiar. Um, Monstrous. These Monstrous just has amazing art, and I'm gonna have to force myself to dive in because I do like fantasy stuff, and this is like crazy fantasy. Um, yeah, Rockefellers. There we go. Brand new story arc. Francis Manipul. Um, but there's a fun Fantastic Four number 1 homage. But anyway, if you haven't given it a shot, maybe jumping in on a new story arc will, I don't know. We also have First Prince of number 1, so you could jump in from the beginning, and it's a really good series. Rat City, Rogue, Sun, Seasons. I keep trying to get people to read Seasons. I did sell trade the other day, reordered it, so it should be in the store soon. These sleep covers are pretty cool. I usually like the B cover better than the A cover. And Void Rivals. We don't have buyers for Void Rivals. Somebody asked why we don't have any Void Rivals and Transformers on our new release stuff. And I'm like, well, Void Rivals, people aren't really ordering it. I think we get one buyer. And when we had it on the stands, no one was picking it up. So we kind of stopped. But Kirkman is going to be taking over Transformers, and I'm hoping a lot of people who are into Walking Dead and Invincible might want to check out his run on Transformers. That starts with number 25. Bloodletter number 2. I did like this cover right here. Pretty cool. And Ice Cream Man. This was up before. It's up again. It's not like crazy covers, but if you're buying this, you're buying it to read. You're not buying it just because of a cool cover. It's not. If you like creepy stories, this is what you want. We keep the trades in stock. So if you just want to give it a go, volume 1's cheap. I think it's $9.99 US, so it's like $13.50 Canadian. Indies. What do we got? Okay, so Dave Stevens. We got a magazine for Dave Stevens, a cover that's never been used before, and there's going to be some interior work that's never been seen before as well. interviews with him and with other artists who's worked with him. So if you're a Dave Stevens fan, you might want to pick up the Comic Book Creator number 40. We're probably going to put a couple on the stands just because we know Dave Stevens fans are fervent, but they might just not know about this. We posted it on our social media, try to get the word out, but so far I think there's only been like one pre-order. But Dave Stevens fans will definitely want this, and especially down the road when people find out that this actually exists, because most people don't know about magazines. That's that's the thing. And Alter Ego, we always put it up here. They're doing a Golden Age Superman kind of feature in this one. And I didn't know Lego had a magazine. It comes through our distributor, and so there you go. Brick Journal. If you're into Lego, maybe you didn't know about this, maybe you do, and you just didn't know where to get it. We can bring it in for you. All right, we got some Lilith. We don't know what the black bagged ones will look like because they just didn't tell us. We got Blade Forger, lots of indie stuff here. Detective Kaiju, couple of homages. Number 2 and number 3 are at the same time, and I'm just curious. I don't know. I don't know why this is happening. Anyway, we got an homage to Powers by Bendis and Oming, and this is actually Oming. Did he do that? Anyway, Powers. If you haven't read it, I love it. Brian Bendis, Michael Avon Oming, great crime. They did 2 seasons of a TV series, but it was on PlayStation, and nobody was watching on PlayStation. Nobody was. Anyway, Powers is a great read. Pin Apocalypse, number 5, second to last issue. We started to get more and more people buying this book. The 1 in 25s go for like crazy money, $100 to $200, which is bonkers. Biker Mice from Mars. We have one buyer next door who loves Biker Mice from Mars, and Cullen Bunn is bringing back the Sixth Gun. This was optioned many years ago, and the first issue blew up. It was going for tons of money, but he's bringing back the series. The Jungle, number 1 of 5. Don't know much about this, but it's the continuing saga of the humans. Womb Rider, Mega Man Zero was up here already, so it's back again. Illuminati, looks like an homage to a hip hop album, and I can't remember which one. And I think Marvel did an homage of that same cover. Maybe I'm wrong. Euro Trade Project Chimera. If you've been wanting to see some David Lapham, he's doing the art, and Matt Kint is writing. Matt Kint is a very good writer. His most popular thing is probably Berserker with Keanu Reeves. And it's got a B variant by Mr. Liefeld, if you're a Liefeld fan. And I know we've got a few of those guys in our store. Tama, number 1, has a great cover by Dustin Nguyen. Gotta Kill 'Em All. I don't know much about this. I didn't read it. The virtual pet that wants to kill 'em all. Panic Entertainment unleashes its debut title, Tama. We all had them, virtual pets like Tamagotchis, Neopets, Digimon. But what if, after years of neglect, one returned for revenge? That's kind of funny. Great cover, though. The future is number 4. We still have first prints of the $17 one and the $404 one. We've been selling a few of them. People have been trying it out. Blink and You'll Miss It from Boom. What is this one about? Melody Nelson and Jesse Harmon fell in love long ago in a tiny town, perennial harbor, but since they parted ways, the place has grown stranger and stranger. Everything's just as it was decades ago, and the strange smiles of its residents mask a bizarre secret. Man, I'm having trouble speaking. When Melody's life begins to unravel and she finds herself slipping backward in time, she must uncover the truth behind the mystery before it destroys her. and the only one she's ever cared for. Mind-bending new fairy tale. Fairy tale. I like fairy tale stories. So maybe. Oh, gotta scroll down. There's a Ward variant, and we don't have the 20th anniversary one yet. Sorry. Maybe I'll look tomorrow and see if it's available. Hello Darkness. We're getting an all zombie issue. So all the short Hello Darkness, if you don't know, is a bunch of horror stories, and it's all short stories. I'm not completely sure if many of them continue on for past one issue. Maybe some of them do, but this one's all about zombies. So if you love zombies, you might want to pick this one up. And we got a Jenny Frison zombie cover for the B one, and the Johnson C cover. We don't know what it looks like yet, but here is the Lotte. See what I'm talking about? Like that fuzziness. It's interesting. Power Rangers Prime. Something going on here? A new character, maybe, or someone coming back? What does it say? Something comes to Angel Grove and changes the balance of the Prime Rangers forever. So someone or something, but that's not the only surprise in store when the VR troopers come face to face with the first Prime Zord. Will the Prime Rangers be able to save Lauren from being taken? Who knows? But someone. Is it big? I don't know. I'm not a big Power Rangers person, so who knows? Another Lotte. We're missing a couple of cover images, and something's killing the children. I I really believe this is going to be a big thing. I believe it's going to be a TV show at some point, and we've got this variant cover that is really good. It gives off the vibes of Panosian's latest female kind of style, like the eyes. But it's a really good cover. Don't have the anniversary yet, which is by Panosian and an FOC one. Again, I'm going to look either tonight or tomorrow and add the images. So hopefully we'll have them. Unlike how last week, One World Under Doom #6, J. Scott Campbell had the cover. No idea what it is. They had a 1 in 100. Just don't know what it looks like. Could be super awesome. Could be like meh. Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 3, #1, our third miniseries with these two properties crossing over. The B cover to Something's Killing the Children. Is that the one you're talking about? This guy right here? This girl? I hope so. That's the lag between texting and speaking. Yeah, no, that's a great cover. I really think Something's Killing the Children will take off like Invincible or Walking Dead, like all these back issues that were people only ordered a couple. Like again, we only order one or two for the stands for the most part. I think they're going to boom, but that's if a TV series happens. Um, anyway, again, we don't have a bunch of the covers yet. I will go looking and see if I can fill them in. Huck, Mark Miller stuff, Usagi Yojimbo, last part there. And this one was a fun one. Archie and Minor Threats. Minor Threats apparently is going to get a TV series, but Archie is teaming up with this Dark Horse property. And yeah, again, a bunch of different covers. I think I like this one the best because it just has a little bit of the characters like they normally look, and then we've got the Archie style. But Joe Quinone, Patrick Horvath from Beneath the Trees. That's his cover right there. Good one. And I believe this is Dan Parent. Yeah, Dan Parent. For some reason, I have Horvath again, and Mike Allred. Yeah, it's fun. Like I don't know. It's awesome that Archie lets their property do all these crazy things. Like they did the zombie thing. They crossed over with Predator. Adam Hughes got to write an issue a series and draw it as well. Hellboy. It's been a while for Hellboy. I haven't seen him a lot in a while, but Hellboy in Love, The Art of the Fire, Part 1 of 2. Uh, And I'm back. Everything kind of shut down there for a moment, guys. Sorry about that. Um, Sorry, just adding it back. I'm not sure what happened there, but we did cut out, but we're back. And I know we were talking about something's killed the children. Oh, we were going through Archie and Minor Threats. I was just saying, I don't know what got cut out or what it was there, but I was just saying it was cool that Archie lets their property be connected with all these different things, like Afterlife with Archie, or pairing up with Predator, or like Adam Hughes coming in and writing a miniseries and drawing it, and they just allowed Archie to be a little, well, remaining Archie, but getting to be connected to all these kind of crazy things. Like I'm waiting for Archie to pair up with like Marvel again. Because remember a long time ago, Punisher, Punisher and Archie. That was wild. But I did like this cover a lot. Um, that was probably my favorite. And Patrick Horvath, who does Beneath the Trees Where Nobody Sees, doing that cover, which is great. We did the Mike Allred. And again, I don't know what we jumped in on, but Hellboy in Love, I really think Hellboy has fallen off the map. When we bring in some back issues, they usually sit around for a while. When before, they used to sell really quick. Tramps of the Apocalypse. Who knows, eh? And IDW is doing this big kick for Godzilla and rebranding and kind of creating a new Godzilla universe. So good luck with them. Hopefully it works out. We're testing it out. We'll bring someone to the store. But this is another spin-off from the main one that's jumping out. And there's a Arthur Adams cover for the main one. Anyway, you've got some different covers. There's design and blanks. The last issue had a blank, and I don't remember a Godzilla blank. So we brought in, or we will be, we've ordered them, some of the Godzilla #1 blanks, but there's more blanks here. And Xenoscope. I'm sad to say that like we might not be able to bring this in anymore. They have cut ties with Diamond. Like pretty soon, we just won't be using Diamond at all, or whatever they're going to be called, AdPop or whoever runs it. But Xenoscope is now selling from their site or a distributor called Filbo. But like as a business, we don't bring in that much Xenoscope stuff. So to order from this one distributor and pay for the shipping, like if we're bringing in 5 copies, the shipping would wipe out any kind of profit, or maybe we would even lose money, you know? So unless they can jump in on one of the bigger distributors, no idea. All this Dynamite stuff, it's switching to Lunar, and so it's going to be a little pause and shuffle as things get placed over there. We're still going to carry these over until everything gets sorted, just like we're doing with Distillery. They're slowly, slowly coming out with their stuff again, but these guys have been up here for weeks on weeks. So let's finish off the evening with Marvel Comics. We do have boxes, and we pre-sell the boxes. They're cheaper than they are when we bring them into the store, but I can't remember the last time Punisher had a box, if he ever did have a box, and he's coming back with a Red Band series. But for those Punisher collectors, you're probably going to want a Punisher box, and I recommend pre-ordering. There's also a Battle World. It's got 2 different sides. Um, I just find when boxes like this are a little more not character themed, like Spider-Man, Fantastic Four, X-Men, that kind of thing, when it's like just a bunch of heroes, they don't do as well. So if people aren't pre-ordering this, I might just skip this box. Omnibuses. We will bring in omnibuses for you guys, and we'll give you 30% off. If it's in print, we'll bring it in for 30% off. So we just try to highlight that by putting some of the newer ones up, but reach out to us. If it's in print, we'll give you a big discount. Marvel Team Up. I do have a big run of this that I won't be able to get out until after Montreal, which is next week. But we do have a big run, and if you love this, you might want the omnibus. And if you are wanting this cover, you can only get it from a shop like us. You can't get it at Indigo, but you've got that's Jim Starlin, right? Jim Starlin, I believe. Another 3D Marvel book, Marvel Zombies. So if you want to look at it through glasses, there you go. Bring on the bad guys. Bermeo's covers are great, and we got Loki here. Mercado's covers are actually great. Every single one has been a really good one. The Sister Sorrow variant, and Romy Jones, little top hat. Smaller image, sorry about that. We got Todd Knock. And our last part, this was carried over from the previous week, or a couple weeks ago, our last part from McNiven. And he's going to be in Montreal. So if you're coming to Montreal Comic Con, he was just announced a few days ago. So bring your Old Man Logans and your Marvel Knights 4s and New Avengers, everything. Get them signed. Emma Frost gets a second print. Gods, One World Under Doom #1. Yeah, it's weird because the series is ending. #6 was on the FOC, so I guess it was just a one shot, perhaps. Got a second print for Amazing Spider-Man Giant Size, first appearance in there, and Giant Size X-Men #2. I was surprised. I thought these were just one shots, but you got a second issue. Wolverine looks super short. Actually, everyone looks kind of short. And come on, Adam Kubert, what's going on? Everyone's a little stocky. And Talavera, he has been doing really good covers, and no different. Great magic, and I like how the sword is like floating in her hand. She's not actually gripping it. Good cover. And you got Lionel Yu, Godzilla vs. Avengers second print. We still got some first prints on the stand, so on the first print, we got it. Credible Hulk 27. The artist on this has been great. I really like the covers. And Eric Larson, he's been doing a couple of stray variant covers, and I do like the tatteredness. The cover's ripped off here, and you can see the pages. It's fun. And we just added this cover, Michael Walsh, Canadian. Yeah, you don't really see his art on Marvel Comics. Jeff the Landshark is getting a second print using the foil. So if you didn't want to pay for the foil cover, you can get that one. And Goofy becomes Spider-Man in this one shot from Disney. I did like the Phil Noto one. And I was surprised that Ron Limbs might be one of the best for me. Usually that's not the case. And I do like the Scotty Young too, just tangled up. Fun little thing. Third print for Predator vs. Spider-Man #3. And I just found some first prints of #1. They're on the site now. Savage Wolverine. I think this is from an online story that's printed in the comic for the first time. And we just added this cover, but we couldn't get a large image. Clayton Crane. Spider-Man Wolverine 3. We got the black costume. And Panosian doing an homage to Web of Spider-Man 32. I don't like it that much. Sorry to say. Don't like it. And I am really curious about this. So J. Michael Straczynski has been doing these one-shots pairing up odd pairings. They were odd pairings. But we got Spider-Man versus the Sinister 16. And so we got our first appearance of the Sinister 16 taking on 16 supervillains. I think it could be fun. And J. Michael Straczynski is coming back to write even more Spider-Man. He's got a mini-series coming out soon, too. These covers we just added, Nick Bradshaw and Phil Noto. I'm guessing Dr. Octopus will be the main feature. I like MJ's face in the background. And High Republic is done. This is the last issue. It's all done. It's been going for years. Um, who knows if this will be a key book or not? But it is done. And there's Yoda, back of his head. Chris Sprouse has a nice little Anakin Dooku. Yeah, I don't know. It High Republic was so popular in the beginning. Like number one was insane, and the first couple of issues that were tough to get, and it just became bonkers. But then, after COVID, when all the collectibles died and Star Wars stuff just kind of like became stale, all the people were complaining about the shows and stuff. Um, I'm sure it'll recover at some point, but right now, Star Wars is flat, flat, flat. But who knows if this last issue will be worth something, or that's up to the gods to decide. Thing number three. Don't have the Pete Woods one yet. Vision Scarlet Witch has a couple of cool covers. Dodderman doing the egg covers, and Lyrics Lee. This is actually one of my favorite Lyrics covers I've ever seen. I think that's a great cover. And Ultimate Spider-Man 19. There's a rumor floating around that all this Ultimate stuff is going to end with issue 24. I hope not, because it does really well, and I hope it continues. We got another Perel Mary Jane cover. The last issue sold really, really well. We'll see if this one does the same or close. Who knows? And Trad Moore. He's known for his trippy things, and this is trippy. It's pretty cool. Ultimates 14. We are zipping along, aren't we? This apparently is the wrong cover because it's supposed to be in Hyuk Lee. I don't think there was a cover for this one yet. Um, yeah, Lyrics Lee, Leslie Lee, Lyrics. I guess Lyrics is the code name. She has been doing some really good stuff, and bounces between Marvel and DC and a bunch of indies. But that one, I think it just stands out. If you're a Lyrics fan, this is probably going to be something that just those fans need to have in their collection. Werewolf by Night, Blood Moon, number one. Jason Liu, Toronto local, started out with his Pitiful Human Lizard, and he's been getting Marvel miniseries here. And he's doing this in Tyler Kirkham cover. We've got the Marvel Studios. I do hope they do a sequel to that Werewolf by Night one shot, or not one shot, one off special. And I did like this cover too. Pretty creepy. But congrats to Jason Liu. Not that he'll ever watch this, but it's cool when you see someone come from indie, and I don't know, you're always proud of the Canadians making it in a kind of American business. But yeah, I was happy about that. The latest facsimile, and there's a foil one. This is what I'm most pumped about. Predator kills the Marvel Universe. So it's going to be the Predator killing the heroes. Just like Deadpool kills Marvel Universe or Punisher. We're going to get to see this. And I hope they have a lot of fun with it. And we just added all of the variant covers this morning. Taking on a couple of the Moon Knights there. Dan Panosian's with the spider web kind of all over his face. I like that a lot. And Delato, he's got the heroes hanging. He's already taken them down. He's holding on to Wolverine's skull. Yeah, that Panosian one is awesome. And thanks, guys, for commenting. I appreciate having a little something to go off of every now and again. And here's our foil one. It's pretty cool. I like how he's got all the helmets on as trophies. He's holding that. You got the FF back here. Oh, I didn't even see Wolverine's hanging back there. And couldn't tell you who that might be, but there's the cracked shield. I just really hope they go all out and he really destroys all these Marvel heroes. It's got to be fun, So I think that was it. Yeah. Um, get your pre-orders in, pre-sale orders Monday, 8 p.m. I will let you know that we're going to send out a big mass email on social media. We have Montreal Comic Con this next week. We'll be packing up on Tuesday and heading out on Wednesday. So the store will be closed on Wednesday, but it will be open. Raph will be running the store Thursday through Sunday. It's just so Wednesday is the only day that will be closed. Orders will be pulled, but nothing will be shipped next week. It'll be shipped the week after. And if you are going to Montreal, let us know and we can bring your orders there. We have shrunk. We were 8 booths there. Now we're going down to 2. So we're not going to bring as much. So if you are expecting us to have a huge selection, it's going to be limited, and you can make your orders online, and we can bring it to the show. Anyway, that's my spiel on that. And I will once again remind you, July 1st is the last day to order these. We are printing to order. And if you want to get a CCB bat shirt, this is the way to do it. Thanks for hanging out, AP, Staff Zen. Appreciate you commenting and hanging out. And I'll see you next time. Hopefully, some point I can get this scheduled and have the same time every week. But until then, it's just going to be a random pop-up. Good night, and I'll see you soon.